Liam's cleats dug into the autumn-hardened earth of the old football field, the same field where he once commanded respect and admiration. There was a time when his name echoed in the stands, a rising star in a team that had known nothing but defeat until he stepped on the pitch. But that was before the accident, before the endless recovery, before the spark in his eyes dimmed. The once star striker of Westfield High now sat mostly on the bench, watching his teammates struggle through the first half of the season without a single win. The passion that had fueled Liam's every move seemed to have dissipated with his once promising career. The new coach, Mr. Adler, a man known for turning underperforming teams into champions, seemed like just another false dawn to Liam. One brisk October evening, as the golden hues of sunset bathed the empty stands, Mr. Adler approached Liam with a proposition. "I want you to play the second half of the season," he said, his voice firm, "not as the player you once were, but as the player you are now." Liam scoffed. "What's the point? I'm not him anymore." "That's the point," Mr. Adler replied. "You're looking to play a first-half game, but life, Liam, is about the second half. It's about the comeback, not the setback." Reluctantly, Liam agreed, returning to the field with a heaviness in his limbs, but a flicker of something else in his chest. Perhaps the dormant embers of his passion for the game. As the second half of the season began, Liam's presence on the field was not as a star player, but as a beacon of perseverance. His plays weren't spectacular, but they were consistent, dependable. And with each game, his movements became sharper, his calls more assured. His teammates, inspired by his grit, started to play better, fought harder. The turn of the tide came in a game they were destined to lose, against the top team in the league. Liam's team, down by 1, with seconds to spare, won a penalty. The crowd held its breath as Liam placed the ball. This was his moment, not to reclaim past glory, but to redefine his legacy. He scored, and in that moment, the comeback was complete. Not just for the game, but for Liam. His team erupted around him, not because their chances at a title were back, but because their belief was. Liam's second-half comeback was more than a goal. It was a testament to the undying spirit of a player who refused to give up. By the season's end, Westfield High didn't win the championship, but they won something greater, a sense of pride and a fighter's spirit. And Liam learned that the most critical victories don't always come from the scoreboard, they come from the heart. As for Mr. Adler, he'd always known that football wasn't just a game of two halves, but a metaphor for life. And in life, as in football, it's never too late for a second-half comeback.